You can do a lot of things, but don't lie to me. Well, that was a dramatic opening. Hey guys, I am Tori, aka the Geelong-Flipper, aka your Uncle Flip, coming to you live and direct from Geelong, Victoria. Birds, shut the fuck up. Coming to you live and direct from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. What's this show about, just in case you, other than my bad language, what's the... Okay, they're probably going to sing, it's daytime, okay? What's this show about? It's about me going thrifting, op shopping, finding stuff to flip for a profit on eBay, and trying to teach you guys as I learn. Now, first things first, disclaimer. I am not a full-time seller. It does make up a fair bit of my income, but I also do work part-time at the moment. Well, actually, casually for a company. So, as I'm learning things, though, the dream would be to eventually be full-time doing this. I do love it. But as I'm learning and as this journey goes, I'm going to be talking to you guys about things that happen along the way. Maybe to my detriment. But if you do like the chats that we have here, the talking head sort of shows, please hit subscribe and hit that bell just to let me know that you're notified about new shows, and give us a thumbs up or thumbs down if you don't like it. You're allowed to not like the show. You'd have extremely poor taste. But having said that, this show is brought to you by my brand new novel, The Dead of Egypt. You can find that now in my other books that I've written on Amazon. Did you like how I did that? And I even put in a fancy graphic. The book is fantastic. I'm super proud of it. And it's a lot of fun. If you like comedies that don't take themselves very seriously with zombies and friendship, then yeah, that's a book I've just written. It's out about 200 pages. It's out on Amazon now. All right, topic today. It's going to be all over the place. It is a bit of a chat. I started off dramatically at the start of the show, and I know that's the case. And I do tend to waffle, Uncle Waff Waff. But I was talking about the other day is like the postal service is killing your business. And a while back, I've also spoken about eBay customer service. Look, for the most part, I still have found them to be helpful when I'm chatting to a human on the text chat. But something came up the other day that pissed me off, and we're going to talk about that today. And I would like to know your thoughts about the topic and what you would do and what's happened to you. I'm also going to be incorporating, if you guys think this would be good, please do tell me if you think it would be. If you guys have questions, or if you'd like me to read the comments out on the show, we certainly can incorporate that, because I love hearing from you. You guys are one of the best communities that I know of. Lots of comments. I feel like I'm making friendships through here. And one thing that I do get, and a question, I'm going to address it now. At the start of the show, I don't know if you guys noticed, there's generally me, then there's the logo comes up. You might hear something in the background. It's a fly buzzing. And it's always been my own little joke that I have, that I sell shit. I find shit and I sell shit. Not that it's bad, it's cool stuff. But, you know, hey man, what do you do? Well, I sell shit. It's more of an Australian thing. If you're from another country, we're not literally saying, hey, we're selling crap, like bad stuff. You know, I just sell shit. We trivialize things very quickly. So flies also like that stuff though. So I have a fly buzzing in the background. That's why the sound's there. I'm selling shit. Okay. I hope that satisfied those of you who keep asking. Let's get straight onto the topic. So I was talking about mail services fucking up our eBay business. If you don't like profanity, I can't help it. At the start, I wasn't going to do it, and it's just like, I mark on this thing that it is not for children. So if you don't like swearing, I guess bad luck. Because I swear. I swear in real life. I swear in my books. I swear here. I swear to you that I'll swear. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Mischief managed. All right, so I'm going to show you this box. It's part of my story. Now, I don't know how much, and I've got to be careful because I don't want to screw this up for my customer. All right, so can you see the message that's just there? I'm going to show you part of the address, but not enough for you to actually identify it, okay? Under my finger, which I'll now cover back up with the sticker, was a complete fucking address directly to the customer. Their name, where they live, the street number, the postcode, the zip code, everything's there. But here's the thing, and I better, well, let's just say there's tracking on there. Oh no, it won't give a name. You might even be able to have seen the tracking number if you freeze it. But there's fucking tracking on this parcel. Okay? It went over to America. It made it all the way over. For whatever reason, they didn't deliver it to his house. Well, they tried, maybe. I don't know. It sat at the post office, the local post office, and he'd received notice. And he said, my item's missing. And he was friendly and polite to me the whole time. I'll give him that. But this part blows my mind now. And I did say this previously. And the reason why I make a big fuss of these things is because I just think, well, you guys need to know what's happening. People don't talk about it. I don't see many people bitching about this sort of thing. Maybe because it's trivial. I don't know. Maybe I overreact, and I do. I've got like, I don't know. I was saying to Ali, if you don't know who Ali is, that's my lady, my fiance now. I was saying to her, look, I know I've got something not quite right because that's how my head works. That's why I can write books and think of dumb stuff that's fun. But I also get very thrown by little things. They blow up into a mountain, and I know that happens. So I would consider that to be something, you know, a bit, I get offended. I get offended when people lie. I get offended when people are lazy or don't act like fucking adults. So this guy reaches out and goes, hey, Flip, I haven't got my Call of Duty game. And I go, oh, let me check the tracking. Here's the tracking. Click on the tracking and it shows insufficient address, which was weird to me, but it says waiting at the post office. It's waiting at the post office. And I go, oh, no problems. Look, don't know why they didn't get it to you, but it's waiting at the post office for you. And 3 to 4 weeks goes past. And I think, okay, we're done. He's got it. Something's happened. And then he puts in an item not received. I've literally told him it's at the post office, at your local post office. All you got to do is go to your post office and pick up your game. It's a Call of Duty special edition. It's got these coins in it and all that sort of stuff. It's really cool. And he got it cheap, even with the postage, which was $39.75 Australian. He got it cheap. It's in really good nick. Doesn't matter that I found it for $3 at an op shop. He got it cheap for what it was worth. I don't oversell prices like that, but yeah, fucking crazy, guys. This is some bullshit. So I don't know what the deal is. Can you not be fucked going to your post office for 3 or 4 weeks? And then eventually I say, dude, I've sent him all the tracking. I've sent him images, screenshots of the tracking showing it's at the post office. And he puts in a claim to get his money back because the item's not received. And I say, it's at your post office. And he goes and they've sent it back to Australia. Fuck my life. So now it's back here. I have not even opened it up. I haven't opened it. I know it's in there. I know what it is because I know the customer's name. It's the Call of Duty game. It just pisses me off. So he puts in a claim to say he hasn't got it. Then eBay customer service, I say, hey guys, just to let you know, the customer's saying that he didn't get this thing. He's had a month to collect it from the post office. What am I meant to do? And eBay says on their email to me, oh, we've checked the tracking. We can see there's movement in the postal system. Give it 10 more days to get to the customer. And I'm like, have you seen where it's going? It's coming back to Australia. You fucking numbnuts. And sure enough, it's back here. And then it really pisses me off that they say to me, wait the 10 days. I wait. And then I think it's in 8 days. They send an email saying, case closed in your favour. The customer appeals it. eBay overturned their own decision, give the customer $101 of my money, yeah, sure, he's not going to get the item. And I get that. And dude, if you're watching, I don't know if you watch, I know you know about the channel, because I did ask initially for permission to talk about it. But before I realized that this shit was going to happen, still not mentioning you by name, but you had a fucking month. And yeah, you're going to get your postage back, which fine, I've got the product back. I don't want the product. I wanted you to have it because it's cool. And it's a limited edition game. Like, it's cool as fuck. Now it's back here. But here's the kicker. eBay, or one of the customer service representatives, writes to me. And it was the tone I didn't like. You've got to remember, I'm getting the iPad out that I can read it to you. It pissed me off. So within the same day, the case has been closed. Hi Tori, we reviewed this case and have closed it without any refund to the buyer. The case won't affect your seller performance. Any feedback left for this transaction will be removed. We reviewed your communication with the buyer for this transaction and we see that the buyer confirmed that they received the item. That's wrong. The guy never got the item. It sat at his post office. So first things first, that's ridiculous. eBay, you didn't fucking check. And they didn't get the item, but they didn't get off their ass and go down to the post office. Maybe the USPS was meant to put it in their hand, undo it for them and gently insert it into the console. I don't know. So then the next thing comes out, new outcome. We decided in favour of the buyer and deducted funds from you. The buyer asked us to review this case again. After our review, we decided in their favour. We refunded the buyer Australian dollars $106.14 for their purchase and deducted this amount from your total funds for something I didn't do wrong. Okay, thanks eBay. So that part pissed me off, but this is the part that really annoys me. They sent me an email. Hello Tori, thank you for getting in touch with eBay customer service regarding the item blah 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 blah. My name is blah. I understand that you shipped the item, yet buyer still filed none received case. Please allow me to assist you further. The assistance is fucking non-existent. Tori, I've invested my time to thoroughly review your case and exhausted my resources. I found the tracking shows no delivery update. I highly advise you communicate with the buyer to confirm the delivery. Duh! To protect yourself when a buyer reports an item not received or opens a payment dispute, I encourage you to choose a shipping service that includes tracking services. I'm really sorry. Anything over a certain size in Australia has tracking. The tracking number was on there. Fuck! Fuck! This allows your buyer to track the shipment on their own while protecting you from defects, negative feedback, or other buyer queries. Also, this provides your buyer with more confidence that their item will reach them. Buyers are more confident. By the way, I've been a member of eBay as a seller for, I think, 27 years. Probably longer than this person's been alive. Okay. Buyers are more confident their orders will arrive when they receive regular shipping updates. How much of an update can you have that the parcel's at your post office? Fuck! And are less likely to file. I've not received claims. I trust the information provided has explained the reason for the case decision. No, it's a patronising heap of shit. You didn't do your fucking job properly, and now I've got to waste more of my time fucking arguing with eBay over something that is so obvious. All she had to do was look at the messages sent between me and the customer where he says they've sent it back. He sent me paperwork and images of the paperwork. I sent him images of the tracking. I sent photos of the item being sent. I have exhausted my resources. I think your thumb's still up your ass. I'm so pissed off. I don't even care. Like, if they just went, look, you know what? He didn't get his item, so we gave him his money back. Fair enough. Lazy fucker, but fair enough. He didn't get his item. He didn't. It's here. I've got it. It's mine again. Anyone want to buy it? Limited edition, Call of Duty. He didn't get his item. Fair enough. But don't lie and say you thoroughly investigated. You didn't. You just haphazardly clicked on a fucking appeal accepted and cost me $106 fucking dollars. So that's my bitchy whinge. I know I take too long telling a story, but here we go. So as you can see, I am now going to contact them. I'll give a follow-up to that. And but for now, that annoys me. And even if they find the appeal in my favour, I don't think they will. If they find it in my favour after this even, it doesn't take away from what's happened. I've now got to waste time that I don't get reimbursed for. I could be listing. I need the money. I've got a new book coming out. I've written a lot of books, by the way. I'm just finally had the courage to start publishing them. And this one's a fucking banger, the one's coming up. But yeah, I've got better things to do than beg eBay for my $106 back because the customer was too effing lazy. Pop down below in the comments. Tell me your stories, please. And if you put on there OTS or OK to share, I'll read it out on a follow-up show. We might even do a show of questions and answers. If you guys are watching and you want me to read out your comment, your question, whatever, we'll do a bit of a sharing show. Like I said, no expert. I'm just 51 and lived, and I don't fuck over my customers. And I feel like I've been fucked over by the customer and now just by someone who is lazy at eBay. So I am going to be chatting about that and maybe ask for a supervisor. I don't know how this affects me as a seller. I notice that since this issue has occurred or the case has been appealed, my sales seem to have dropped. But that may just be paranoia. But I think everything's linked. I think whenever your file is accessed, something happens. Obviously, I've got no way of checking that unless you're watching this. I will tag eBay. I doubt they've got time. I'm a small-time YouTuber. I don't have the grunt that some of the other guys have got. But I will speak from my heart every time, and I will speak honestly every time. So hope you enjoyed the show. Hope it was informative. At least my fucking little performance art was. And I will let you know how I go with it. So guys, I promised that update, and it actually happened really quickly. So I hopped off recording that video for you, and I hopped onto eBay, and I spoke to the customer service representative who has refunded my money and fixed it up very quickly. Like I said, when I start chatting to these guys on the live chat, it's fine. It's when they're making just ad hoc decisions that are frivolous, in my opinion. Like the lady who processed the initial complaint, she was saying stuff like not doing tracking and, suggesting doing this and that, all the things I'd done. And this guy immediately saw that I was telling the truth and that the case wasn't deserved not to be in my favor, if that makes sense. In any case, money's been refunded back in my account, but I shouldn't even have to do that if people are doing their jobs properly. Till next time though, let me know your thoughts, please. And remember, if you want it on the show, put OK to share. Cheers. Bye. I'm going up shopping.